All right. So, hello, everybody. There's some stuff that we put up on YouTube. We'll continue to post on YouTube. There's but there's other stuff that we can't discuss on YouTube without getting in trouble. And if we get in enough trouble with YouTube, they will pull down the entire channel and destroy all the work Lance and I have, and our director have done over the past 5 years. So you'll see an abridged show on YouTube. To see the whole show, you got to come to Rumble. Is that a good ad, director? Okay, there you go. Thank you. All right, this is episode 215. 214 was taken down by YouTube because, according to them, we violated one of their content rules, which I think is kind of bullshit, but we'll go into that later. In the meantime, we have this guest, Sherri, who's going to talk to us about a product that she says is a breakthrough in keeping your hair. And Lance and I have both done various things to try to keep our hair over the years. So we're interested.
Yeah, and we're opening in Australia, so we can talk about, market expansion.
Okay. Well, tell us about the technology.
So it's a shampoo. So when people switch shampoos, it works on your scalp and hair. It changes the chemistry of your scalp and hair. So number one, what are the biggest problems that people have with their hair?
Well, when it falls out, and my hair shafts themselves are only about half as thick as they used to be. My hair's gotten finer. And I assume it's because over the years, sebum has built up in my follicles and narrowed them down and deactivated them because of DHT, dihydrotestosterone, which is, in my understanding, what makes guys and some women lose their hair. So I've been taking Avodart for decades to block that form of testosterone.
Okay, nice.
I've also gotten hair transplants, but those two have gotten thinner over the years.
So hair is important to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Hair is our power.
Yes.
Yes. So what this does, it's a 7-year-old company, and I've been involved 6 years. And in 7 years, they've done $2.2 billion, if that tells you anything. So we've dominated the luxury hair care market. I brought it into a medical clinic and medical aesthetic spa 6 years ago. And we brought it in because women and men are having, thin hair on top. And Dr. Susan Devin knows how devastating that can be, right, for her patients. And so we brought it in. I literally had 50 consults in 2 weeks. And so I know a lot about what people were using and why it didn't work and why this worked. So
what is this? What is it called and what does it do? How does it work?
So it's called MONAT, and it's shampoo. You basically switch shampoos. MONAT means modern nature. So it's botanical based. My background is Aveda, and I worked with Aveda for a very long time, referred thousands of people. So my background is holistic. So it's shampoo. You switch shampoos. It works on the scalp. It's the only shampoo that works on the scalp and hair. So there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It makes hair fuller, longer, stronger. And so that's why people buy it.
And does it bring back dormant follicles?
It can. Yeah, so
I quit using shampoo altogether. I maybe use shampoo 3 times a year. I just rinse my hair because I found that shampoo was just washing the hair right off my head. Like, you look at homeless people, a lot of homeless people have pretty good hair because they're not washing their hair. Also because some of them are alcoholics, and that tends to block testosterone too. But I don't think most shampoo doesn't do your hair any favors if you're trying to keep it from falling out.
Exactly. That's why in one shampoo, when I do events, I take before pictures and after pictures. And one shampoo, people have literally, it takes 10 years off of their look. So what this does, I also show a piece of science. So most of us have inflammation in the hair follicle. Okay? And that is why the hair follicle is sitting in inflammation and hair keeps falling out. Even me, you have a 6-week hair growth cycle, right? So when you start using this shampoo, you use very, very little, and you shampoo once, you leave it in for 2 minutes, and you shampoo again and leave it in for 2 minutes, rinse and repeat. And that is how it changes the chemistry of the scalp hair in one shampoo. And long term, it gives you, it anti-aging hair care, basically.
Does it clean out the follicles? Does it clean out the sebum? Because that's
So,
what.
Mhm. So it has red capixul, which is red clover extract, and it's in the Rejuvenique oil, which is in every product, and that is what changes the hormones, basically. So it decreases the inflammation, and within 6 weeks, your hair growth cycle. So I'm in the shower, I'm doing all these consults, and 6 weeks later, I literally have this aha moment. Oh my gosh, that's the science, visual that I have. I only had a couple hairs coming out instead of a handful. And that was my personal 6-week, kind of testimonial. And then long term, it's anti-aging. But that's how it changes the chemistry of your scalp and hair. And
So
it's a product that's natural.
All right. So with most hair products that claim to bring back your hair, we get to see before and after shots. You have any of those? And do you have like clinical studies? Bless you.
Yes. The clinical studies are, it increases, bless you, it increases hair density. So, right. So grass.
Sorry.
Front, bless you. You're going to irrigate your front yard, and you're going to put nutrition in your front yard, and grass is going to grow, right? So per square inch, the clinical studies, it increases hair density. I've had a lot of, you should see amazing pictures. And that's why we brought it in. So I have people every week, every Friday, they take a picture of their hair. I had a 28-year-old who was devastated because he was losing his hair up here, right?
Yeah.
And literally 3 weeks, it almost filled the area in, and, made him feel better and more confident about himself.
So what's the name of the stuff again?
So it's MONAT, and it means modern nature.
So how do you spell it? M-O-D?
No, M-O-N-A-T. And okay. I have a website at sherrybell.mymonate.com. It's direct to the
spell
consumer.
Sherri with 2 R's and a Y?
An I, SHERRI, bell like you ring a bell.
.com.
.mymonate, yeah, my MONAT.
So
and
sherrybell.mymonate, MYMONAT.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we dominated the hair care market, right? And I will say there were haters because, it took a huge market share away from them. So I like people to come to me to ask, questions about it and everything. But there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And even for people that have aged hair, right? So if you think of, like, I have several pictures. I want David Lee Roth's hair. I want his hair. He has a Vegas show starting January 1st.
The last time the last time I saw David Lee Roth, you had very little hair.
I know, exactly. So I do want his hair, and I'm going to grow his hair. He's always been my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, he used to. I mean, in the 70s, he had great hair, but then, I mean, that was 40 years ago and more.
Right. So it really does make people look, younger.
Okay. Because how much is this? Hair. You said you don't use very much. How much is it?
How much is the product?
Yeah. Or do you need a consult to get the product?
Yeah, I would do a consult because I customize the protocol for people. Okay. And so if people have big, thick, curly hair, they're tormented by how long it takes them to manage their hair, and it decreases manageability and makes it smoother. People fall in love with their hair, no matter what type of hair they have.
So
But
what about people who are using other stuff? Like I take Avidart, which is, like I said, people take Propecia, which is another testosterone blocker. I use Rogaine. So can you use it in conjunction with all this other stuff?
No, my first recommendation, like I just bought $150 of Aveda before I got my personal product. I literally pushed it aside. I had scalp issues for a long time. That I literally just paid $50 for some natural scalp remedy. One shampoo, it healed my scalp, and it healed my dad's scalp. So going back to the price you asked, a bottle of shampoo lasts, depending on how much you use it, 3 months to 6 months. You use a dime size, and so I mean, for $84, you can get 3 products. One product might last you a year. One product, the shampoo, might last you 3 months. I would say for $15 a month, on the average, you can have younger, fuller, stronger hair.
Okay, so anything about the chemistry? You said it changed, like.
Okay, yeah, going back to your question. So when I met with these women, right, and men who have never found a product that works, it's like you went back to the R product, okay? So what it did was it grew a little bit of hair, but it was fuzzy, and it wasn't like healthy looking. And so this product literally grows healthier, longer, stronger, fuller.
So if people go to your website, can they see before and after pictures?
No, but I can Rockstar share on my Instagram. I can put a few on there.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So what's your Instagram?
Rockstar Share 13.
Say it again, because you broke up. Just one more time.
Rockstar Share SHER 13.
Okay.
I started Instagram way long time ago, so that's just who I am. I'm Sherri from the show State, and I love rock and roll.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for coming.
Okay, I will. Just real quick, we're in 6 countries in 7 years. We just launched Australia October 1st.
Okay.
And there's sharing opportunities. So it's like, did Paul Mitchell ask anybody if they wanted a piece of his hair empire? No, but that's the exciting thing that's happening right now. But going back to your question about the inhibitors, when you use this shampoo and you use this oil, it blocks the testosterone naturally, and it decreases the inflammation in the hair follicles. So that's why you grow hair. I have men have itchy scalp because so much hair is popping through their scalp. So it does work, and it's exciting. We can't really state, like, technically it'll grow your hair, right? Because there's always a few people that it might not. But I think, everyone could use more younger, healthier looking
Sure.
hair.
So you can't name names, but do you have any famous people using this stuff?
Famous people? I don't yet. That's why I was excited to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Because I want Kristen Stewart. If you Google her recent picture, it's pink bralette or something. She's in this beautiful hot pink suit with a bralette, and I actually screenshotted her hair, and I'm like, I want her hair too, because if you look at it, it's just, you can make anyone look better. I think anybody in Hollywood would love this product. And it is on the celebrity pop sugar. I think it just made it to the pop sugar, status.
All right. Well, Sherri, thank you.
they can find me Rockstar Share 13, especially if you know anybody in Australia. But yes, it's called Market Partner. You're a market partner. You take the product to market. I've had a lot of doctors and med spa owners and anybody who's passionate. Can I say one thing about this situation going on in the world, where people are debating on whether to stay in their, job because of certain restrictions? Everybody buys shampoo. Everybody buys shampoo.
Okay.
And it's a great business to get into part-time or full-time.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
sorry, the director is saying stuff and we forget the director. You, the viewer, can't hear what the director's saying. So
Okay.
you have an email where people can get in touch with you?
Sherri Bell, Sherri, Bell like you ring a bell, 13 @gmail.
Great. Thank you. My hair's a freaking disaster. I don't know.
Come on, Rick. Okay, listen, your beard. So a lot of people use this product on their beard as well.
Well, I mean, my beard's always looked like crap. So like but plus like nobody sees this part of my face anyway, except on this show because it's covered by a mask. So I mean, I mean, it's not going to give me like a He-Man beard where, you've got full hair all the way up, you know.
Well, I ask people what their hair goals are, and we go from there. So
Okay.
I just
Well,
tell
yeah, so
people,
I guess I'm open to that, but
okay.
okay.
Lance, what about you? What do you think of all this?
Oh, well, I I have to tell you, if it worked for allergies, I would have been a lot more helpful on this show. I had a fit of sneezing a second ago, so I'm afraid I have little to contribute. I'm
He was out
sorry.
of frame. He was out of frame for a lot of this, I
Yeah,
guess.
I was on the floor of the bathroom sneezing uncontrollably. So I'm sorry, Sherri, but I'm glad that you're doing anything you can to help Rick with his hair. That
Yeah.
to me is a very positive development in
Lance and
our
I have been
show.
using the same stuff for years, and I mean, we've known each other for 30 years, and Lance's
Yeah.
hair is holding up better than mine is. He still has black hair for the most part. Mine's gone gray at best, and it's wimpier hair.
I try to use my hair to win the arguments with Rick as a sort of psychological pressure.
Yeah.
It's just one of my tactics.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
power.
yeah. All
Is that
right.
right?
What? What?
So,
To be honest, over the years, I just grab the thing that looks like the one I got last month. So I don't even remember what it is. I'm sorry.
All right.
so
All
can
right.
I just say
Yeah.
something? I was a lifestyle educator with Aveda, and so I taught about eco beauty, and this was in the 90s. Right now, everyone's on board with that, but it does. When you use products that work with your body that don't clog up your hair or your scalp or your body, then you can, you know, you won't have as many allergies, and from my
We're
experience.
both pretty healthy in terms of what we eat and exercise and vitamins and all that stuff. So.
And can I just say I love the episode where you're painting Lance, you're painting Rick. I couldn't even tell which one was actually the human. And I screenshot it and I
I
showed.
was the human. I was the human.
I know, but you're painting, Rick, and the portrait it's beautiful. So
I thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm kind of surprised that you saw one of our shows and then still wanted to be, a guest.
I've been excited about it.
Well,
I
I'm
think you guys.
glad you're excited. I'm
Well,
glad.
you're going on YouTube. This segment will definitely go on YouTube. So the nasty parts are going to be on Rumble. So you'll be fine. You won't disappear into the Rumble channel because
Well,
nobody
the
sees
deal
you
is that you saw the show, so you know that we just yell at each other, that I'm liberal, Lance is conservative, and we have fights about stuff. And there are certain topics that we can no longer argue about on YouTube because YouTube considers that spreading misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, YouTube agrees with me. They think what Lance is arguing is misinformation. But and I think that, well, if one person says one thing and another person says another thing, that should be sufficient. It's not like it's two people who are both saying misinformation, you should do, this is this way and this is this way. The way you'd see, like, if you're watching, I don't know, Alex Jones. If Alex Jones has a guest on, Alex Jones is going to agree with that guest. So you'll have two people saying the thing that, that maybe liberals don't agree with. But on this, anyway, there are that's our, this, the rest of this show, once we get done talking about hair, we're going to have to argue about whether we can even argue about things we're not allowed to argue about. And if so, then where this show can go, whether it can go on YouTube. Because if you put too many shows on YouTube where you're saying stuff that YouTube doesn't want you to say, YouTube can take you down and can take down your entire channel, which is 5 years of our show, which
is free.
Which is what?
It's violating freedom of speech.
Right, but YouTube is saying that, I don't know, I guess their argument would be that you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, that if you go on here and you tell them things that YouTube doesn't consider medically responsible, then you're endangering people, which
I mean, here's my biggest thing is I haven't taken pharmaceuticals in 45 years. I've not taken one pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
So my body is my health. I've been working for decades on it. So when the AIDS epidemic happened, right, decades ago,
yeah,
people started feeling violated, that their personal medical history was revealed. And my question is now, what happened with HIPAA?
Wait a minute.
Okay. Now, see, now we're getting into. We can't talk about this.
Even this infomercial is going
we can't,
to.
We're getting into an area that we can't talk. We can't.
I do have a lot to say.
But you can't say it here. You can't say it here if we're going to put this on YouTube.
All
you
right.
can talk about hair till the cows come.
Why don't we wrap this up and then go on to the rest of the show?
No, let's not run the risk. I don't want 200 episodes of our show to go away because somebody said something that. No, I don't. I don't want to freaking. I'm afraid of the man. The man has me by the balls.
The man. So thanks to you guys, I did just get on Rumble. It's at the bell, but at the bell is off the chart. I've always been navigating things, and I discover them 10 years before everybody else. So I'm going to be talking about it. Thanks to you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Sherri. Now we're going to get to the arguing about what we're going to do with the rest of this episode.
All right.
All righty.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.